Welcome back to the Upstate Homebuyers Hub, back to this place where we show you houses and we talk about the things you need to know before you buy or before you sell. If you've been house hunting in the Upstate, you've probably looked at a fixer-upper at some point and thought, this could be a great deal. And it still can be, but the math on fixer-uppers has shifted. And today, I want to walk you through exactly what's changed. I want you to watch for certain things, and I want you to protect yourself before you ever get or put in an offer. For a long time, the fixer-upper strategy was pretty simple. You'd find a house priced below market because it needed work. You'd put in some sweat equity on the stuff that was mostly cosmetic and come out on the other side with instant equity. Buyers loved it because it felt like a shortcut. And a lot of cases, it was a shortcut. But the key word there is cosmetic, which is paint, flooring, light fixtures, landscaping. Those projects are relatively cheap, and a lot of them you can do yourself or hire out cheaply in phases as your budget allows. Here's what's different now. Contractor fees and skilled labor costs have climbed steadily over the last couple of years, and that trend hasn't reversed. So that same renovation that might have cost you a certain amount a couple of years ago is going to cost you relatively more today. That's just how it goes. That's inflation. That means that the instant equity math a lot of buyers still have in their heads is out of date. A fixer-upper that would have penciled out favorably before might not clear the same bar today, once you price in current labor and material cost, of course. So this is really the core of the whole conversation. So let's break it down today. Cosmetic fixes are things that make a house look dated, not broken. New paint, updated fixtures, landscaping, maybe new cabinet hardware or a fresh coat of stain on the deck. These are budget friendly, often just a few dollars per square foot, and they're flexible. You can do them over time. You don't have to do it right away. Structural expenses, on the other hand, those are the ones that are not optional. And they aren't cheap. A roof that's at the end of its life, an HVAC system that needs full replacement, foundation issues, that's a big one. I would even tell you to walk away if there's foundation issues.
Hello, have you liked and subscribed?
An outdated electrical panel. These are the projects that quietly turn a great deal into a house that cost more, all in all, than a move-in ready home down the street. Now, the mistake that many buyers make is not separating these two categories clearly before they buy, right? You need to separate those two and weigh out the circumstances. They see need some cosmetic work and they mentally file that under the whole house is under stress and it's going to be cheap fixes without digging into what's actually going on structurally. So a lot of buyers are still running on an old mental model of what renovations cost. They remember what a roof replacement cost a family member 5 or 10 years ago, and they use that number in their head. But costs have moved. And if you're budgeting off outdated numbers, then you're going to get surprised mid-project. And usually it's going to be at the worst possible time. So when you're ready, committed, and the work has already started, that's too late. You got to do it beforehand. So here's what I recommend to every buyer considering a fixer-upper. First, get a full, thorough inspection, not a bare minimum one. Pay close attention to the roof age, the HVAC age, the electrical panel condition, and the plumbing. Second, get actual contractor estimates on any structural items before you finalize your offer, not after you're under contract, before. Yes, you can have a full inspection done on a house before you put in an offer. Third, split your renovation budget into two columns, cosmetic and structural. This forces you to see clearly where your money is actually going instead of lumping everything into one vague renovation budget number. Separate them out so you can see clearly what's happening. Fourth, build in a cushion. We call that a contingency plan. Older homes hide things, and if you have a contingency plan in your budget, it's going to protect you when, and not if, something unexpected shows up. Let me tell you, you pull that carpet back, the flooring, the wall, you reveal old floorboards that are rotten, termite damage, you reveal bad pipes, bad wiring, water damage. All of that stuff is hidden within the walls of a home that an inspector's not going to pull up. They can't do that. So you want to have some money in your pocket as a cushion to protect you. Fixer-uppers can still be a smart move in the market. But the strategy only works if you know exactly what you're buying. Cosmetic project or structural project. Know that before you sign anything. Now, if you're weighing a fixer-upper against a move-in ready home right now, reach out. Let's run the real numbers. Let's do it together, and we can figure out before you make an offer if it's the right decision for you. Thanks for watching Upstate Homebuyers Hub, and I'll see you in the Upstate.